Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Pill Podcast. I'm Jeffrey, and here's my co-host, Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm here with the one true Mr. Darcy. Sorry, Colin Firth, but it will always be Wishbone. Um, but BT Dubs, the reason I'm in this lounging position like a Roman emperor is because I have a neck injury, which will allegedly be better in like a week. But for the moment, this is the only position that doesn't hurt. So this is what's happening. I'm not like doing a John and Yoko sitting in bed for peace thing. Um, and anyway, what's the story, Wishbone? The story is.
Grand gestures.
Aha.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit of a doozy, folks. Here's the thing: what you see in Cyrano de Bergerac or in various '80s films about wants to get the girl's attention, so he does something big like serenade her window. Let me tell you how that really will go down, folks. That is going to be the police called on you, and you may get a restraining order on you. That don't do that. Guys, you can do that eventually, but not as a first contact. This goes back to our icebreaker episode. Saying
Oh
hi,
God, you're talking about this like the doing a first thing? Oh God.
I know it's ridiculous.
Because you're talking about this is a bad thing, and I'm going, well, when Gracie's father proposed to me, that was that was a big public proposal that I knew it was happening. I just didn't know when. And so, that was all cool and sweet and nice
Right.
and and yay, but you're talking about yeah, too soon. Ooh, never a good idea.
Exactly. I mean, it goes back to one of the things we discussed in the sprinkle drizzle drizzle episode is the idea that I'm gonna spend and take you to France. Um, and I choose to do it, not you sprinkling me, but me making that decision to take you to France. And we've already talked about, okay, what does he want besides France? But taking that for granted that most women will be knowledgeable about what does he want for France and kind of be grossed out about the idea that you're spending this kind of money on her on this first grand gesture. Now, as we've talked about, look, if you've been dating a woman for 6 months and you're saying, let's go to France, that ain't a grand gesture. That's just being a great boyfriend. The grand gesture is when you're saying, she doesn't know me. She's never noticed me in school or in college or whatever. And this grand gesture will get me on her list of folks to know. No, this is going to creep her the F out. And we haven't talked about it yet, but creep videos, there are a lot of creep videos, and it is its own thing. Don't be a creep, bros. Just don't be a creep.
What's a creep video?
Oh, a creep video. Well, that's a good thing to question. And I think maybe it's one of the topics we'll cover later. But it's the kind of thing like a guy in the gym just sort of glances your way. Oh, what a creep. Why is he looking at me during my workout? Or he just says hi. Oh, what a creep. He's saying hi to me on my workout. He's not trying to chat you up. He's just walking by and saying something. And the women are going on and saying, "Oh, what a creep!" And my goodness, he had the temerity to talk to me and the temerity to smile at me and temerity to do these things. I
And
get
did
you.
he do this because
Yeah, I mean, I get that you're trying to work out and you're just trying to get in your zone and you're doing a video because many folks that go to the gym try and do workout videos. There's nothing wrong with workout videos.
so
And
wait,
maybe,
correct me if I'm wrong here. Man does something completely innocuous at gym and woman feels the need to put it online.
yeah, and
That's
say that
that's
he's
just
free.
somebody going, pay attention to me.
Yeah, that is a pick me thing. And pick me may be another thing we talk about in a future episode. The creep factor and the pick me factor, we'll get to that in another
I mean, I'm
episode.
just going off your description because
Yeah,
I have not seen these things. I'm sure that there are some that are legit, and because you can't do
oh,
anything
of
these
course.
days without someone whipping out their phone and getting, taking receipts on your ass. And okay, fine. So before any women come, at us and go, what are you talking about? It's a real thing, and I it was unsafe for my
It is
life. And
a real
yeah, I'm
thing.
sure there are a lot of those. I'm just going off of what he was just describing just now.
Right. No, we're not dismissing any type of thing. But you know what the thing is? Women go through such traumatic things. And those traumatic things you are dismissing by comparing a guy glancing at you the wrong way as the same. It's not the same. When we talk about something like assault, that is not the same at being glanced wrong. And you diminish the impact of assault if you compare them. And that is the problem.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but going back to the grand gesture, because that's a topic that we are talking about today.
Yeah.
And the grand gesture is more a question of showing too much and trying to get noticed in the most bombastic way possible, in the traditional 80s film silliness, or having,
Mad dash to the airport
yeah, the
kind
mad
of thing.
dash to the airport, for instance. Yeah. Um,
Or big ass public proposals, even.
yeah. Well, now being one thing I'll say about proposals is that you kind of talk about it a little bit to, she probably will know it's coming and be ready for it. And if you know she's going to say no, don't do it.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the times they'll do that as because they know that they're losing her. So they'll do a big ass public proposal as they think it's a big romantic gesture, and that this will be what makes her stay. And I think somewhere in the brain it's also, well, now she's going to be publicly committed.
Yeah. Oh, and it's the
Kitty
cruelest
dude,
of
you're just
all.
setting yourself up for being embarrassed.
Yeah, you're embarrassed, and it is cruel to her. That is so cruel to her because now you think that people are going to be mad at her for saying no. Well, maybe some will, but most will look at you putting her into that position and calling you a jerk. That's the thing. If you're going to propose, read the room, know that she's going to say yes before you ever ask. It's not that hard. Women will give hints that she will think that way. I will say that with my wife, we talked about getting married many times before we actually committed to getting married. I knew that she was going to say yes because we talked about it and we talked about what we were expecting in marriage.
Spoilers aren't that great. You can surprise her with the how and the when, but you know what? A ring that fits is always better. So let her help you pick it out.
Yeah. And we did. We did. That's the thing. So folks, just be mindful of the situation. Don't try and stand out through grand gesture. Stand out because you're a stand-up guy. You're decent. You're honest. You're supportive. You can you can state. You can be make people feel safe and secure. Be that because that's something. But if you're going out there and serenading her window, no, you're just cruising for a police bruising.
You
That's
keep coming back to that the say anything thing with the in your eyes. You remember the episode of South Park that made fun of that, where Stan's trying to impress Wendy and asks Baby, what's the most romantic thing that I can do? Okay, fine. The most romantic thing you can do is go outside her window at night with a boombox and play Peter Gabriel, but she doesn't specify the song. So he's out there going, shock the monkey. And I mean, of course, I have told Alex many times that if you ever want to do that, I expect to hear Shock the Monkey. And I will appreciate that. But he knows this.
right. And that's the thing. He knows this. You've got this rapport and you've talked about things. Grand gestures, grand gestures should not be a monologue. They should be a dialogue. They should be something that she at least has some inkling that you're going to do it and she's ready for it and she's happy that you're doing it. She's not
Well, I
forcing
think you
you.
just hit on something. I
Hmm.
think you hit on something. The grand gesture needs to be about the recipient.
Hmm.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
Grand gesture should be what's going to make her excited and her happy, not what's going to make me excited. I have Christmas gift trauma from growing up by far too many people who think that the gift should be about the person giving it, not the
No,
person.
no.
No,
Yeah,
dude, it's not. You're wrong.
right.
Flat out wrong.
That's a special kind of narcissism. Don't be like that.
Yeah. It can be both.
Right.
It can absolutely be both, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, no,
Right.
it's not about you. So the grand gesture should not be about you.
No,
So
no. Do it goes back to what I sometimes think of as the modified golden rule, which is do unto you as you would have me do unto you, as in learning you and learning your thoughts and your likes and your dislikes, and finding the like that you like and doing something grand on that level, which you're not going to have if this is the first time you're dealing with the woman. You don't take